Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tips and Tricks episode with your host Boomer. Today we're going to talk about just real quick a way to collect mass amounts of drops using Supreme. As you're getting deeper and deeper into Supreme, and if you've been following this series, you're seeing that the struggle is real to get super deep, super quick. As I'm balancing multiple things here, I've been trying to find ways to get two sets of the machine cores running to make cores for Supreme instead of just one. I'm trying to run two sets. And you need massive amounts of mobs, and there's only so many options, right? You can set up a grinder, but then you got to stand over the darn thing, right? So I can AFK over it, but once I'm back on the server working, it doesn't run. I could use electric spawners and try it that way to keep it going. I could use cultivation for a lot of the drops. I can use chicken engineering for some of the drops, and I can use Supreme, as well as I could use the core Slimefun's Fisherman Android, but that's not as productive. So for mob drops, what I've done is I've taken the mob collector and set up what I'm going to call these bottom four a unit. So there's 160 of these just to show you how they're set up. I left the middle three open for the cow to walk around. You very easily could have put mob collectors as well in the center and run 48 per layer. I just chose to do 40, and it made the math a little bit easier for me, given that, I just trying to simplify things. So you could set this up at 48 per layer, and well, technically you probably could have even have done 49. You might have to use some pistons to push a couple grabbers in place if the mob gets in the way. Make sure you don't suffocate them. But my cow is providing a source for all 160 of these mob collectors. So why the space? This one has a spider in it. I don't know if we're going to be able to see him or not. No, he's not in that one. He's up here. There he is. That one I was able to get in without a minecart. The other one still has it in there. I didn't want this mob collector, who I set to pull beef, pulling from that spider. And so that 2-block gap between this and the next layer ensures this mob collector isn't pulling from the spider and using a sword on the spider, getting a drop I don't want. I simply want this 160 going after the cow. And at some point I do want to upgrade these to level 2 and level 3 as they have more cores. If you had the same mob, you could literally just keep extending it. You don't need that 2-block gap. So actually I do have a spider in this one, and I have a spider in this one, I believe is still in the minecart. Yep. So I literally could have, and I could still go back and put another layer in between here. I chose to leave it just for consistency. This one you won't see it. Yeah, there's a chicken in that one, so I kept that gap. But any mob that you could fit in there will work. Challenges that you would have obviously would be with a ghast, with the end dragon, wither, right? You're going to have to surround it with wither-proof obsidian. And I'm sure there's a couple other mobs that would prove challenging for sure. I can see a Ravager being an issue, but I don't think a Ravager is one that works in here. And besides that, I don't think the Ravager drops anything that you would want or need. Now, could this be more compact? Yeah, I probably shouldn't have put the closest here. I could have put another set of towers on this side, share the energy connectors between the two. And I may simply grab those, move them to this side, and add another set over here. Also, with this bridge tower, you could put it in a corner. You could run it down, one of those sections inside to connect them all, and then your next set being right up against it would automatically be connected. So it's not as compact as it could be, but I wanted to share how these work. Now, this is a level 1 MobTech collector, which collects from 4 blocks away. The level 2, I believe, is 8 blocks away. So in order to set that up, you actually could only go out 7, because that's as far as the energy connector is going to go. So you would have to do energy connectors on all 4 sides if you go more than 7 or more out. You got to make sure you get energy all the way into the middle. So anything bigger than this 7x7, so if I do an 8x8, I'm going to have to put energy connectors on 2 sides. Actually, I'm going to have to do a 4. Let me think. No, 8x8, no. You could get away with 2 sides. But once you get too big, there's a point where you're going to have to put energy connectors on all 4 sides. The level 3 MobTech collector will collect up to 16 blocks away. You're going to have multiple layers of energy connectors built within, but the sheer amount of drops that you could collect if you had, first of all, that many ModTech Collector 3s. Talk to me in a year. We'll see where we sit from now. I just want to get these upgraded from level 1 to level 2 because level 1 takes 15 seconds. Level 2 takes, I believe it's 5, and level 3 takes 1. But that's it. This is kind of how you can set this up. This is the basic system to begin with. Real quick, could you have gone out one more layer? Maybe. If you can guarantee locking that mob in the center, yes, you could go out and do a 9 block all the way around. Again, you'd have to put power on 2 of the sides, but if you got the mob stuck right there without suffocating it, yes, you could get an extra layer to work. But this was the cleanest, easiest option I thought I could set up. So guys, appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, let me know. But as always, when you're playing Slimefun, you gotta go boomer or you gotta go home. We'll see you later.